Hey everyone, so a lot of people ask me about cold calling, and I've done a few recent videos on cold calling. This video I have script, but I'm going to just try to make it real and talk about what makes me a successful cold caller. And just to give you something that I'm going to tell you not to do with your clients, I do very well in cold calling. I do hit 6 figures a year with it, and I'm going to go over some of my secret sauce. I've never had any formal sales training. I was formerly a high school math teacher before I started working for myself. The biggest thing, and I work unclaimed money, so what I do is I get people paid money that they didn't know they've had. I've also worked real estate deals where I've called expired listings, and I've tried to get people to resell their houses, or people that are desperate sellers, motivated sellers, what have you. So number one is you've got to make it about your client. When I learned that, my business just took off in a totally different direction. When I call people about unclaimed money, they could care less about who David Church is. They could care less about what my resume is, that I got a family or kids or any of that. They care less. What they want to know is, why am I calling them? Why am I bugging them? And what's in it for them? So when I call somebody, and I kind of learned this at an insurance company in my undergrad. I worked at a insurance company. I went to school at Cal Poly Pomona, and there were agents in the office, and I was an office clerk, so I did the filing, the answering the phones and all that as I did my undergrad. It was super cool. They were super adaptable to my hours, and one of the agents was always typing on the phone. He had a headset. He always, hi, how are you? What's your name? What can I do? And he'd be on the phone with people for 20 to 30 minutes. Then one of the other agents would be super direct with people. He'd pick up the phone, and I hope he's not watching this. Yeah, this is Bob. Okay, what's your age? Anything I should know about? Any accidents, tickets, any DUIs? Okay, what's your number? I'll call you back. And literally, I rarely hear him say bye. It'd be click. Rarely did he ever say bye or anything like that. And then he'd call him back. All right, if you want to do business, here's what you're looking at. Here's what you could do. If you want to stop in today, we'll get this written up today. That guy got business up the yang. It was crazy. So I try to take that into my cold calling business. I try to be direct with my client. This is David Church, unreached John Smith. John, I'm calling you about the Unclaimed CD account from Chase at 123 Main Street. I've said his name, I've said his address, and I've said a Chase account that he's had. When I have that tonality and I come across with data, information, I'm direct, I have data, I've given him his name, a bank account, and his address. That's going to get his attention. If I saw him on the phone, people do hang up on me. It does happen. People say, how do you prevent that from happening? When I find out, you'll be the first to know. However, I do build a rapport with my client. I do let them know what they have, and then that turns into my services, which is the last point I'm going to bring up on this video. You've got to have it down, is you've got to have your script down. Actually, I have one other thing to say after script. And your script you should know like the back of your hand, and you should say it to yourself 20 times. I always have my phone number, my Google Voice that I use this day. I have it on my desk visible when I'm making calls, because sometimes I start giving my cell phone number. Sometimes my ADD kicks in and my mind goes elsewhere. So I have data where I could see it. But someone may ask me, how did you get my information? What's in it for you? Why? Okay, so you've informed me. Now what? I have to be able to answer any one of those questions, and I still get questions that I don't have the answers to. And the worst thing you could say is, I don't know. Like the other day, I'm working a case. I actually got this one. We're working on the contract. She's signing it as I say this. I hope she's not watching this, but it was some paperwork that got misfiled out of court, and it was an out of country, and the person who's deceased died in a different country. And I just said, okay, I haven't dealt with this to that caliber. Let me look into this and find out. I will get back in touch with you. And I did. I got back in touch. She was happy. And it's funny, she forgot my name because David Church is not important, but what she put me down is the IRA expert. Let me tell you, I'm not an IRA expert, but that was super cool that she actually put that in her cell phone that way. You've got to have your script down. The last thing, and the majority of my business, if you really want to know, comes from people calling me back, because most people won't pick up their phone. And again, that's a common objection I hear. So I do leave a detailed message. It's David Church, unreached John Smith. John, I'm calling you about this account. I'm with Recovery. Call me back at this number. Again, here's my number. If it's an elderly person, I talk very fast. I know I do. I'll leave the number to her about 3 times. Then the last thing is follow up. And I mentioned follow up. I have a whole video sections on following up. So most of my deals that I get are between the follow ups and the callbacks. And what I do is when I follow up with people, I've either sent them contracts and I haven't heard a reply, or the notary hasn't gotten in touch with them, I'll call. You've got to make sure things are happening. Or if they're not picking up the phone, but you know you have the right number, keep on calling them. You call them Monday at 1 p.m., call them Tuesday at 8 o'clock a.m., call them Saturday at 8 o'clock a.m., call them Saturday afternoon. You want to have a system where you're continuously calling your client. Now, you don't want to be bugging them, but I'll call and I'll just say, hey, John, this is David Church. I'm calling you about this. And again, I'll leave them 2 or 3 messages throughout the week. I'll try them again on a Saturday. Then I'll start emailing, and I'll email him 2 or 3 times, and then I'll call. By now, he knows who I am. He's heard a couple of my messages. When I actually speak to him, then he understands the call, and he knows there's some validity in that conversation that's happening. I hope this helps. This has helped me incredibly in my cold calling business. I'm literally giving you gold nuggets on my cold calling. Do me a favor, subscribe my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Comment if you're in the cold calling business, and whatever it is, your car salesman, your unclaimed funds locator, tell me some of the objections that you get or some of the questions you have. Or if this is helpful, just give me a like. That'd be awesome too. And I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.